to each and every one of you guys. First of all, I want to say salutation to my Madrina, to my Gino, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Miambe. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for joining me on today. To my air signs, to my water signs, to my earth signs, and to my fire signs, to each and every one of you melanated people, I want to say thank you for your continued support and how you guys support me in this platform and how you support me on my website. And to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of these lives for melanated people. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this platform. I want to say also to my melanated brothers and sisters, as you're being notified that I'm live, I have a strong interest as a spiritualist for melanated people, especially Black American people. I share knowledge, wisdom, understanding. One of the things that I offer to this platform, I do not teach my personal beliefs or practices, but I do teach universal laws because universal laws are applicable to each and every person. To each and every one of you guys that understand how energy, frequency, vibration is work. I do believe that a lot of people that are in traditions, initiated in tradition, do not understand how real magic works, especially melanin, and how that attributes to the Ache, the Chi, the Prana of melanated people. Also, to each and every one of you guys, as above, so below. This is Saturday. We call it Sagittarian energy. About structure, about commitment, dedication of Capricorn. Also, Aquarius, about being inventful, paying attention to the future. Thank you so much for tapping that like. Well, let me say something. First of all, I want to say that I am a melanated Black American man. I've been doing magic since I was 3 to 4 years of age. I am 52, about to be 53 in December the 15th. What's up, Demetrius? My Gemini in the house. I'm gonna say some things. This is gonna be a really I normally keep it 100 and I do 1,000. Because of what is going on, I want to keep it 1,000 when it comes down to giving out levels of truth. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon in Aries and rising Pisces. My subject today is shortcuts and short steps will cost you in the long run. My brothers and sisters that practice hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, any form of ATRs. The reason why I want to encourage many of you guys to stop looking for shortcuts and short steps is because as a melanated man, we cannot afford to take shortcuts. We can't afford to try to endeavor in short steps. And let me say it like this. I just received my Fedi Fun Aina on yesterday. And what my Padrino, who's a Venezuelan, is able to get away with, and people still say that what he has is authentic. When you're a Black American and Black American man, you need to make sure that what you have reflects the Orisha, the Impungo, the actual hoodoo or the actual voodoo as close as possible, because in these Americas, our particular style of magic and our particular reputation is always up on the fire. People are always looking for something to to make our works or our spirits disingenuous. What's up, my Ryan? Thank you for joining us. What's up, my Virgo in the house, Savannah? Now, I'm gonna say some things that may be offensive to some, but necessary to Black American people because on this platform I teach real magic, conjure, mysticism, and how it relates to us. Now, the reason why you don't want shortcuts or short steps is because a lot of people in Ocha are poor. People that practice the ATRs are very poor. And what they're going to do, especially if you're a Black American person, they're going to shortcut if they can, which means it's about money. And as much as they can, they're going to take shortcuts to your ceremony. A lot of y'all don't understand that what they will do for their own, they're not going to do for Black American people. And if you don't watch it, and especially a lot of you guys get into the ATR, you don't study, you don't show yourself approved, you say for instance, if the ceremony costs $3,300, to save money, you might not end up with the things that you should end up with because they're trying to keep as much money for themselves. Now, we don't hate the game, you hate the players. You hate the players, not the game. A lot of y'all don't understand it's still a business. I don't care what you get involved in. If you want people's time, you want people's energy. One of the things that I teach, and I am an example of, I strive to not give people a reason to take shortcuts with me. I got there with the Oba and the people that were participating. I've never received my Fedifun Ana before. But I also understood the mentality of my Patrino and also the people of this religion. And if they can shortcut you in some form of fashion, when they saw my stuff, they knew I was knowledgeable enough to have certain things. Now, I don't believe that my Padrino would have went as far as I went for myself. I'm keeping it 1,000. I don't believe my Orisha would have been prepared at the level that it was prepared. And I'm a businessman myself. And then he wanted to get some gifts for the Oba and the people that were there. I did have one of my god sisters is also been a part of my crowning process, and so I gave her a beautiful Oya stick and a bracelet. So she already had. And when I tell you, this young lady hugged me so many times. When I say she loved Oya, and I've had. This is why I tell y'all about favor and treating people right, and so I had already blessed him. So he was gonna shortcut. And the reason I'm saying this, because this is my first time experiencing these two Obas. And whether you practice magic or not, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And I was not gonna allow my Padrino to make certain impressions about me. I'm gonna say this again. I don't care who you are. You will never get an opportunity, whether it's my website, whether it's my ministry, whether it's me in relationship, to misrepresent who I am. And so I stepped my game up, even though I had already paid for the service. I'm going to say this again. People in this business whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, or Ajax. They're going to try to hold as much money for themselves. And if that calls for you not to receive a certain animal, a certain fetish, a certain type of eleke. Now, also, I had I was receiving Ana, and I needed a red thing that I don't even want to try to pronounce it because I'm gonna mess it up. But I need to hang it from my house, and he already told me. He said, wherever you hang it, if you hang this in the church, you can't move it. If you hang this in your house, you can't move it. So I don't own the church. I rent. So I'm gonna hang it in my house. I own this. It's for protection. Because she is the fire of Shango. So what's up, my Boaz in the house? So he texted me back. I was looking at, so he was trying to say he was gonna use one of these other things. And I was like, so he said, well, Godson, you like things fancy. So he found this other guy through my god sister. I did not know at the time that these Obas were the people that crowned my god sister and did her ceremonies. So she knew them. And so she was speaking to them about me. This is why I tell y'all guys, no matter, especially you're a black man or woman in the ATR, try to represent yourself the best that you can. So I had to spend an additional $150 for this particular fetish. And the reason I show you guys the things that I get, because if you want people to understand and train them how to treat you in conjuring, you have to represent, and you can't sit there and say, well, oh, because that's my padrino, or that's because that's my madrina, or that's because that's my pastor, my tata, my what bokor. You don't never leave people, give them an opportunity to shortcut you. This was the first time I'm meeting these people, and they're going to be doing other ceremonies for me, and I do not want to represent myself in a certain way. Padrino, he's a Venezuelan. I'm going to say this, and it might be offensive to some black people. You can't do what they do. You can't represent yourself like they do. Because whatever they do, it's going to be accepted. When you don't do what you have to do and represent yourself, then people in the community will try to disvalue or make it appear that something about your particular ceremony was done incorrect. This is why people can't talk about Minister Mario's crowning. I represent it fully. This is why they can't talk about my crowning. Neither one. I don't give people a room. If they're going to dislike me, they're going to dislike me. They're not going to have to be able to hide behind my practice and how I'm doing things to make me, or try to make people in the community feel that I'm not a genuine priest of the particular practice. That's why you don't see people on social media making videos about Chief Apostle Samuel Jr., whether it comes to Obia, whether it comes to Voodoo, whether it comes to, because I'm authentic. And Oduduwa is the next Orisha that I'm going to receive. This Orisha was not suggested by my Padrino. Just like Oba was not suggested by my Padrino, and neither was Oku suggested by my Padrino. This is why I'm not mad with nobody. Because if God be for me, Obasa, who can be against me? Now I want y'all to understand, I'm doing this video, I'm under the weather. I don't feel bad, but I don't feel great. But it's my responsibility as a leader to inform the people that follow me, that participate in things that I do. A reason why a lot of you guys are always going through situations and circumstances, whether it's your finances, whether it's your health, whether it's relation, because a lot of y'all are always, and you were trained in the church, whether you went every Sunday or not, that Jesus is going to pay it all. And Jesus is going to fix it. And that's why you're going to get fucked over. I'm going to say it again. That's why you're going to get fucked over as a gay man. That's why you're going to get fucked over as a straight man. That's why you're going to get fucked over as a bisexual man. That it don't matter if you educated, uneducated. It doesn't matter if you live in Beverly Hills. It don't matter if you live in a trailer. They're going to short court you because people not going to have a problem with you not getting what you paid for. What's up, Trina, every sound? Let me explain something to y'all. If you don't understand nothing else that is proceeding out of my mouth, no other race of people care care that black people are not getting or have not gotten what they paid for other than black people. I heard one of my fellow content creators make a statement, and this is why spiritual black Americans matter. I don't hear no root worker that is in spiritualist, initiated, non-initiated, talking about this black American young man, whether they're Haitian. I don't hear voodoo people talking about him other than me. I don't hear Paleros talking about him other than me. I don't hear Santeros talking about him other than me. I don't hear Hoodooists talking about him other than me. If there are other practitioners out there, I don't hear them voicing their spirituality. So one of the things my fellow content creator said, and he said that Trey Reed killers are going to get away with that. As a child of Oya, my mother being able to remove the mask from off of not only the murderers, but those that conspired with them to hang Trey Reed, their mask shall be uncovered. I don't care what the police department don't do. They're gonna be even though Cain and Abel is not a real person, but the character personification here, these individuals that murdered this young man and conspired with the murderers, they're gonna be marked. Not just now, for all eternity. Because I am a child of Oya. I'm also an apostle and chief apostle at that. See, the shit y'all used to get away with, and we ran to justice system. That fuck shit ain't working no more. It's because I'm retired and I got time for it. I am supported by melanated people that donate to my cause. And so therefore, they're going to give towards Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. So not only do I have time for it, I have the money. I don't have to beg you for shot. I don't work against whole police departments. The government. What I give a fuck about black people that are in the precinct that are trying to cover up his murder. And this is why people like Colin Kaepernick, I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, y'all got it out there. The one that um, took a knee for black people. He's the one. Everybody, even though black people know that was a bunch of shit was said about Trey Reed. He was the one, his organization is the one that paid for it. This is why I tell black people, you ain't got no goddamn money. You can't fight the good fight of faith. If you ain't got people that give a damn about your issues, if you gonna spend and donate $5 to somebody, or donate $5 to some black American people that do country. So, Colin Kaepernick paid for his organization paid for a second autopsy, and now the parents, the mother knows that her son was hit from behind. Everybody saw. She would not know how her child died. Now I'm gonna say some real shit, and some of y'all don't know where I come from and what kind of family. When my grandmother passed, my mother. This is why all your personal issues with your parents, you got to know your parents. All this fuck shit y'all want to talk about, oh, she rowdy and she so outspoken. Fuck that. When my grandmother passed, I was freshly 18 years of age. My mother went where my grandmother's body was, her mother, my grandmother. Let me tell y'all some real shit. I ain't gonna tell you who was there. I ain't gonna, all that's irrelevant. But I heard my mother say, she said, my mother don't travel nowhere broke. I want my mother's money. I'm telling you what I heard at 18 years old. She didn't give a fuck who was there. She didn't give a fuck were they relatives or not. She said, my mother don't travel nowhere broke. This is why you got to know your ancestors. This is why you got to know your peoples. So when somebody trying some fast shit, she said, I'm not leaving here without my mother's money. They coughed my grandmother's money up. Because when you know your parent, and you know what they stand for, how they roll, and how they rock, you don't let somebody tell you some bullshit. Apostle Ela don't travel nowhere broke. I don't carry the kind of cash my grandmother was able to carry. And my mother didn't take that money and she gave it to my grandmother's youngest son. But my point was, when we got through with my grandmother's death, we knew what she had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We knew whether there was foul play or not. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. Y'all be fucking with people that you don't know how their family roll. Unless something happen to me. My mother's living right now. My family going to get the rooter to the tutor. If that woman did not have Kaepernick and his money and his institution that put up some money, she would not know how she know in her heart that her son didn't hang himself. But it make her feel better. I don't care how much you hurt. You rather have the truth of your loved ones. A lot of y'all out here, and the reason why things are not done, because your family play fucking games. You broke and you ain't investing your money in certain things that allow you to be. So another thing, Trey Reed, I'm a child of Oya. Not only that, I'm a child of the light. Every spirit in my spiritual court gonna shine light on these fuckers. I don't need their name. I don't need their address. I don't need their state. If you had any fucking thing to do with the murder and the killing and the conspiring, the reason why I'm wording conspiring, because it don't take 4 people to kill somebody. And if you pray it wrong, you will let my prayer will only affect the person that actually killed, whether it was 1 or 2. But there were other people that conspired to that shit. Watch how fast the murderers and the conspirators get revealed. This is why black issues matter to black conjurers. Mysticism. I don't give a fuck if the sheriff, I don't give a fuck if the president of the United States try to bury the evidence. Just like they buried Sharonda in the graveyard, I will unbury that shit. I got the power and I got the fucking time. What y'all used to get away with, because and this is why my issue is black people. You may not be able to do what the next man or woman got to do. Do your part. Do your fucking part. Sir and ma'am, do your part. When you take shortcuts, you're going to come up short-handed. Can I say it again? We on a Saturday. Saturn is serious about conscience. Saturn sits in my house of Sagittarius. Saturn is also my destiny star. I don't need a whole lot of drama. I just need my spirits to know that I'm not with that. I need my cauldrons to know. Cynthia to know. I need her to move in the shadow realm. I need Zarabanda to move in the shadow realm. I'm going to unearth that shit. I got time. I want y'all to understand why it's so important not to distract the pilot, not to distract the captain of the ship, not to distract the head man or woman that over institution. Because when real shit happens, you need them to be focused. You need them to be, listen, I don't need to be 100 in my body to move mountains. Good afternoon, Jonathan. I'm just keeping it real. I don't get mad with people because I don't let people shortchange me about nothing. I got favor, and I've been more in Ocha, and now I know more than I used to know. Every time you shortcut yourself or you try to find a short step to something, especially in magic, and especially if you're a black American man or woman, you're only going to hurt yourself in the long run. I'm going to say this again. Every time you try to get out of doing the real work. Good afternoon, Mother Susan, Gemini in the house. When you shortcut yourself, you shortcut yourself. There is no such thing as an easy way in country. There's no such thing as a lack of investment. The reason why I can share real knowledge, real wisdom, real understanding is because I've never taught and never have taken shortcuts. I see a lot of people in their life take shortcuts. It always costs them. When real shit happens, when things are very serious, you cannot measure, you cannot meet the challenge because you have lived your life taking shortcuts. And so therefore, you're not going to have the time or the energy or the arche to be able to meet those serious demands. But I can. I don't have to call on my spiritual community. I'm a whole fucking army all by myself. I got a whole workroom of candles. I can get as dirty and as nasty and filthy as I need to get. I don't care what bribe y'all took, it ain't gonna do you no good. I don't care how much you silence. I don't care if you try to destroy the evidence. There's a camera called the Akasha Records. There's a spirit that writes down everything we say and do on this planet. And they don't mind talking to me. They don't mind revealing by name. So you keeping secrets, hiding evidence, ain't gonna do you fucking good. I'm just gonna say this before it ever happened. So you can come back to this same video. Apostle Ely say that. How many people follow me and you have to come back and say Apostle Ely said that? Apostle Ely said that was gonna go down like this in the government. Apostle Ely said, get your tools. Apostle Ely instructed you before this shit ever hit the fan. I'm a natural born necromancer. I don't need Trey Reed's mother to give me permission to expose his murderers. I need Trey Reed's mother to give me permission to work with her son. But to fuck up his killers and those that conspire, I don't need nobody, but I'm the fucking judge of you. I'm a Sagittarius. I will bring karma to your motherfucking ass. All I need to know that he got hung. All I tell my spirits, because there's many trades out there in the universe. All I need is to say that he got hung. A Trey Reed that got hung. And as I learn more, I'm going to implement more information in my prayers, in my conjuring. And when I feel better, I'm going to step to my Orishas. When I feel better, I'm going to step to my my cauldrons. And I'm a nerd, so I'm going to find out a lot of shit. Unlike you, I don't have to go to the college campus. I can astral project from my reclining chair. You see why this is important, black people? Do you see why it's important to have black American people that understand black American issues and they are willing to fight for you? All I need to know he black. That could have been my niece, my nephew, my cousin, easily. See, when people don't see themselves in you, whatever happened to you, they don't give a fuck. And even black American people, all our kin folks ain't kin folks. Because for $1 bill, they'll sell out their own mammy, no less than a student at a college institution. But you can sell out all you want. You can sell out all you want. Them four winds of the earth gonna blow all that goddamn evidence to the surface and gonna shine light from heaven on your monkey ass. You gonna be marked for this murder and the cover up of this murder of this young black American man. You gonna know that you done fucked around and found out that every black American man ain't just gonna have to cry. See, my tears gonna mean something in heaven, in earth, and under the earth. I want y'all to understand why you should learn your conjuring, why you should be a part of your classes, why you should get all the information you can. So if something happens to your loved ones, you got your own egg on stick to make some shit happen. You got your own pots Responsible men and women need to have power in their hand. So when shit like this happen and shit like this is serious, we can move some mountain in a short period of time. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's child that was in the right place. And them fuckers stole him from behind. They didn't square up on him. They a bunch of coward motherfuckers. They stole that man's life from behind. Where his autopsy showed he was hit from the back. Is that gonna hurt his mama to know that? But at least she know the fucking truth. I don't play. I don't play with my family life. They don't play with mine. Let me walk in my mama's place of living and my mother is laying down in the tub, drowned, and you tell me she's suicide, she killed herself? My mother don't fuck with water like that. You can't say my mother got drowned in a lake, a pool, off a cruise ship. If I see some shit like that, I'm not talking about my sister, I'm not talking about my uncles, my auntie. I'm coming out of there at a category 10. Now where I end up, I don't know. But I'm going to start off at a category 10 because I know my parents. Y'all don't know, y'all so caught up in disliking how y'all parents operate. It's certain things, mama say, if they tell me I drown, they kill me. It's certain things you should know about your parents. I don't give a goddamn what your kind of relationship is. My mama cannot choke to death. My mama can't drink. It's certain shit my mother is not gonna do. I know her. A lot of y'all got so many fucked up ways about your parents and you don't understand. I remember my kids was talking about, oh dad, you get into it with all the medical people. I don't give a fuck who I get into it. If I say a bitch trying to kill me, let me tell y'all something. This is why I block my mama. Your communication with me is for emergency purposes only. I don't want to hear about the family. All that shit you be talking about. That's why my sister, I got people around my mother that gonna give me the info ASAP about my mother. Don't fool yourself. And no, me and her do not see eye to eye. But I keep up with that shit. My sister is the youngest. I'm the oldest. She do not let nothing go on with my mother. That's from her appointments. I know all that shit. I can be in Baton Rouge. I'm still gonna know. When I was in Tampa and my padrino had moved, my sister's a police officer. My sister had all his information. I don't fuck around. Everywhere I get ceremonies, wherever I'm at, my sister know exactly where I am. Let some foul shit happen. It ain't gonna take her long, and my phone can be tracked. You can smash my phone. That's why I pay good money for my shit. Break my phone, throw it in the water. Shit, they got a location on your monkey ass. Try me. As beautiful as I am, how excellent I am, I do not fuck around. Because I talk too much shit to trust people like that with my life. Let me tell you something. When you have the opportunity to get the necessary tools from a black American man like me, I will never fuck you over. I have lived a life. I have lived a life that my family can be arguing with one another. If some shit gets serious, you wouldn't even think they had nothing to say. They don't call them each other everything but a child of God. Them Negroes, my grandma's children, her grandchildren, all of us gonna huddle on your monkey ass. All of our personal issues that we got with one another. Let me tell you something. We had a murder in our family, and I was related on both sides. Some of the family members was mad with me before I went to the funeral of the little girl that got murdered. I felt I had an obligation, not only as a matriarch of my family, I had an obligation because I was related to that bloodline on both sides. Fuck the fact that my daddy people don't care for me like that. Fuck the fact of how they talk about me. And that my mama people are the ones that really ride for me. When I got sick, I ain't gonna get emotional because I've been crying all morning. I started thinking about it. My mother's brothers, I was in Orlando. They turned around. He said, "You want me there?" I said, "Yeah, I call him Uncle. When I looked up, he was in my hospital room. My mother's brother. My auntie knew her on the phone. What you need us to do? My uncle was calling me. Do you need money? A lot of y'all black American people, y'all got all this fuck shit going on. And who you don't like and how it is. And that may all be true. But when stuff gets serious, you need to get rid of that shit. You ain't got to like what I'm saying. You ain't got to like how I'm saying it. But when shit get real, you need your family to pull together. You need your people to pull together. You need your community to pull together. If you're going to tell it take a village to raise a child, then goddamn it, where the village at? I love when I seen on TikTok that them fuckers took advantage of a elderly black woman and evicted her out of her own shit. Evicted her out of her own shit and pulled all her shit out of her. The community got together and loaded her shit up. Other people that were lawyers start fighting them cases. When you ain't got, this is why community matters. Because you might not have the money, you might have the skill. But if you are part of a tribe, if you are part of a community, you don't know who know what in that community. Get over your fucking feelings. Because when shit gets serious, you want your tribe, you want your community to step in. Not trying to get nothing out of you. I don't need a fuck thing from Trey Reed's mother. I wouldn't do it for Shannon Sharpen. I wouldn't do it for R. Kelly. But a mother with a child or children, I'm gonna fight for you like a motherfucker. You would think you my bloodline. I don't play with mother with children. When I tell you I rock for y'all, whether I'm feeling good or not, that's why it bothers me, because I don't really ask nobody for a lot of things. I don't ask much from anybody. But if I tell you, help me with something, it's real. I'm not gonna ask you for your hard-earned money for me to go out and fuck somebody, daddy or mama. If you give and buy and purchase stuff, that's for our community. Do I think you should eat for free if you can afford to give or shell out some money? No. But if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. But the ones that can help, and y'all one of our tribal members is in trouble, oh yeah, let's line the fuck up. And I don't care if you don't know their address, I don't care if you know their name. Come through me and I handle it. If you want to help me with somebody in our tribe, that's all you got to do. Apostle Ely, you could. I have people that help me out with Mother Susan, and they go anonymous. She don't know who helped me with her. You don't know. My grandma taught me that a long time ago. That she twisted my ear for that. She called me a motherfucker. I was in front of the store, and she was feeding the people that were coming up to the store fried fish. And this man was rushing her. He was basically like, hurry up. And I caught the attitude. I said, you don't be rushing my grandma. She said, this is what she said to me. She said, motherfucker, these are the people that helped me to take care of your black ass. That's what my grandmother told me. Motherfucker, these are the people that helped me take care of your black ass. You don't know who helped me to take care of you. Guess who got the hush mouth? I told you I'm gonna keep it at 1,000. The shit that y'all do, my grandma would not put up there with 5 seconds. One of my aunties, I found out from other relatives. They didn't wait on me. One of my aunties was like in a bad shape. That money started coming up just like that. They went and bought her clothes, everything she needed, and she not one about the wealthier part of that branch. But you not the way they stepped for her. You wouldn't thought that. She had every goddamn thing she needed, and my mama and her other sister was round the clock nursing her ass. They argue about who gonna nurse her, but ain't nobody arguing about she ain't gonna get taken care of. There's some shit I don't like about my family, but there's some shit I absolutely adore. My mama could not like you as a family member, and something happened to you. That Virgo gonna push all the only difference is that my mother is all about family. I'm about family and community. If something happens in our family, every skilled and talent they got, them boys gonna call them what y'all need. The men in my family gonna financially foot the bill ASAP. The girls gonna go around and get whatever, whether it's, that's how I knew how to take care of Minister Mario, my mama. Perkins, any, all that shit. All she had brand new shit through everything she needed. Our family is very private, so they had to find out that she was in that condition. You don't talk about one of our loved ones. My great uncle, he had ended up with Alzheimer's. And he had wandered off on the next road from where he was staying at with the family. He just wandered off. But because our family is so well known, people would tell it, they put him in a car. And I don't know who it was, but people in the community put my great uncle in the car and brought his ass back over to his people. That's why a good name is better than rubies, diamonds, or gold, or silver. It matters what type of people and family you are. All y'all out here make y'all name bad, all y'all that, cause shit can be happening to your loved one and people ain't gonna move for them. I'm just being honest with y'all. Some of y'all be with that bullshit. And I'm telling you why I call it bullshit. I don't care who ain't initiated. This power that I just received, my ancestors, they get some of that. I don't care what I get. And when I get old doo-doo, why? My grandma gets some of that. My dad gonna get some of that. I'm gonna look out for my mama. I can't tell you to do right by your own people when you can't do right. I ain't doing right by my own. Shortcuts and short steps hurt you in the long run. When you don't understand that tomorrow gonna have something for your monkey ass. And if you ain't got what you need for you and yours, you can't stand up for you. You gonna have if Colin Kaepernick, I'm just messing up that man name. If he was not in a position, he could have never fought for that woman. I don't care if you don't play fucking football. I don't care if you don't play golf. I don't care if you don't play let me tell you another thing. Beyonce and Jay-Z spend a lot of goddamn damn money fighting for people behind the scene. Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston. There's a lot of people that you don't just like their art, but you love what they support. Aretha Franklin was a big financial supporter of Martin Luther King. You don't know who backing people. While you getting the benefits of these, see, she can't do, this is why black people got fucked up ways. You can't do what I can do, but you can support it. Aretha Franklin knows she can bring in the money. She can bring in the audience. That's why the FBI had her surveilled. And she didn't give a fuck. She was with her people. If you stay in your lane, you will be in the right position at the right time to help your people, to help your squad, to help your elite, to help your whatever. All this fuck shit I be going through in these ATRs. Guess what? If you come through me, you ain't gonna have to go through it. You gonna have to pay like everybody else pay, but all this dumb shit I be dealing with, and some days I don't be up for it. I'm not a nice person. And the shit that Padrino do, I can overlook it simply because he's trying to do the best he can do by me. He don't have it like I got it. You know how many times I had to ask Padrino how much the ceremony for Odu Y costs. And I know some of y'all, if I tell y'all what it costs, it'll fucking blow your head up. And I know other products. Oh, it don't cost this. You shortcut. I don't want no fucking body doing work for me, trying to shortcut or short change or short step my shit. Money ain't my problem. I want my shit done right, or dang, I'ma fuck you up. I don't care who you is. Do you understand? If I had not have been good to my god sister, she's a child of Oya, I did not know she was in connection with the Obas that were doing my ceremony. When people put in a good word for you, bitch, that's better than money. When people put their name on the line for you, that's better than money. Favor ain't fair. Not only do I have favor with her, I have favor with her mother. Her mother liked me when she first met me. She liked me. She married. Don't start no shit. I think she pretty. I think she fine like a motherfucker. She is a brick house, and she dark like I like it. So, but I don't cross them territory. But she been there from my crowning, Miss Mari crowning, so she know me really well. And when she's the one introduced me to her mother, she's always like how I handle myself in Ocha, and she know them people doing crazy shit to me. But she like how I handle myself as a man, even though I'm a black American man. She speaks Spanish and English. She was doing my reading, and I forgot that cause I normally they don't really my Obas and Pedrino don't understand English like that, but she do, and I forgot she was doing it good. So she heard what I said anyway. But this is why I tell you about treating people right. You don't know the day or the hour. Thank you so much, Madrina, Miranda Jones. Thank you for that. So you are amazing. Oh, you know I'm a Sagittarius. I gotta eat that though. Let me tell you something. I take care of my people. Now, do I go over the beyond the call of duty for some people like I used to? No, but I'm still good to people. If you fuck up with me, I'm not gonna do what I used to do, but I'm still gonna be good to you, cause I don't believe in mistreating people, and that's how I am as a person. Um, I want to see you succeed in whatever your endeavors are, but if you want better life and be a better reality, don't shortcut nothing. If you can stand it, invest it. If don't short step, don't shortchange yourself. Don't do that. You can't tell somebody how to handle you or how to respect you when you're shortchanging yourself. When I tell a bitch I ain't gonna go for that, when Padrino, Mother Susan on the phone me, when I fainted, almost fainted through the ceremony, that extraterrestrial energy that was it was in a hot ass garage, and he didn't even have the garage up. It was no circulation, and I had to throw myself to the santeros that were present, and I got lightheaded, and so I stumbled out the garage and went in where it was cooler. But Padrino don't keep his house cold. He keep it cool. I don't live like that. I remember my sister was she was younger. She was at the food getting some food stamps, and she said every time she went there, the woman cut her stamps. And so she was telling me about it. I said, you know why she cutting your stamps? Cause your baby was sitting in your lap sweating. She know that child is used to colder environment. Cause she was sitting in her office with the AC on sweating. When people know what kind of environment you used to. And I told him, he said, Godson, you can lay in my bed, stay in my room. And he have a much bigger house now. Padrino, I got a hotel. Cause my stomach start rumbling. I don't want nobody to be able to testify against it. I got a room. I'm 21 miles away. And I ain't in a rush. I'm retired. I'm telling y'all this. I don't care what somebody tell you. You never shortcut with yourself. Cause you don't know what you're gonna need. And you don't want people trying to save a dollar for themselves. In the ATRs, majority of the people are poor, whether it's Haitian Voodoo, Ifa, Obi, or Conjure. And if they charge you $300, I'm just throw that number out there. They're gonna try to hold it onto 175. That means whatever they're doing for you, it ain't gonna be much. Cause they're gonna be trying to hold on to that money for themselves. I'm just telling you how it is. I can afford to put a lot of your investment that you give and donate towards your actual well-being because I don't need you to take care of me. Do I need to get paid? A workman's worth if it's higher? Yes. But sit there and dote on what you got going on in your life? No, I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you can afford it. I don't care if you can't afford it. I'm not for to let somebody shortcut, shortcut me because they trying to save a dollar. I'd rather pay for it. Should I had to pay the extra $150? Should I have to pay the extra $200 for gifts? No, that sure came out of the derecho. I'm not stupid. I'm a businessman. That's why you charge me the derecho to pay for my ceremony out of the derecho. But I always end up spending more money than I expected because I don't want nobody shortcutting my shit. That's when I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles. If I pay you a certain amount of money and I pay all these people through my church, they you're not gonna get over me. Whatever the ratio is, it come out of church. If I zeal him, it come out of church. It come out of my personal account because everything I do is spiritual for my church. I come out of my personal account into the church account, then I send it to him. I got a receipt for every goddamn thing I do. You can't fuck over me. I'm a smart businessman. I'm the church. And the church is not to be fucked over with and fucked over with. Alright? I hope this helped you. I hope my realness actually help you actually respect what we do here on this platform. The amount of knowledge and information that you receive from the horse's mouth. I'm quite experienced. I found out from my padrino and as well as my god sister that her obas, it was two of them, have 45-year experience between the two of them. And like I said, being honest, Padrino has old Duduwa, but he never suggested him to me. Oba, always melanated people. I gotta keep it 1,000 with y'all. If only reason I got Oba and Oku is from a dark skinned melanated woman. That dark skin, both of them dark skinned Cuban saw my spiritual setup and told my padrino the next thing he needs to get, and they told him why. That didn't come from my padrino. That Venezuelan, that didn't come from him. He didn't even tell me it came from him. He told me they suggested that I get, and Padrino has it. He got everything I need, but he never mentioned to me. Every guidance that I had has always came from people in this religion that were dark melanated. And that's just real talk. And I still ain't mad with him. As long as I get what I need to get, I'm fine. So that's what I mean. I'm keeping 1,000. I'm telling you what happened. I'm telling you who did what. And I normally have better favor with darker skinned people in these traditions. Don't mean that, and mostly I have issues with white adjacent people. I told them, I said, Padrino, I'm not these other people. I don't ask you again how much is the ceremony. I know what I done already spent. And when he told me how much it was, I shared it with the group. I told him, I said, I want it done before my birthday. I said, I need to rest this month. But if things go good for me this month, I get it done in the month, the 1st of November. And I'm going to still live like I live. I'm still going to dress how I dress. I'm going to still do any fucking thing I want to do. And I'm trying to show y'all how to do the same thing that I do. You don't have to be a chief apostle to live in the blessings of God. You have to bless the energy that somebody has already. I can give you energy because I got it. I can give you Ache because I got it. I can set certain blessings on your life because I got it. You can't give people what you don't have. Mother Susan ain't got to be never initiated Haitian voodoo. But you fuck with Mother Susan. And Mother Susan get on my nerves just like my mother get on my nerves. But I'll fuck you to something. When people get on my nerves, I get ghosted. Not my heart. Don't get none of that fucked up. That's what people listen at my family talk about each other and thinking they can pull something, and my family will flip the script on your ass. A lot of people done got caught up in my family business listening at one of my relatives talking shit about one of their siblings. And they say some slick shit. That conversation changed ASAP. What did you say? Cause my mama good for it. My mama say it in a minute. I can say that. You can't say that. I told her, I said, what you mad with her for saying certain things? Look at what come out your mouth. She said, you my goddamn child. I say what the fuck I want to say. But not damn bitch. She ain't my mama nasty. She a Virgo. I birthed you out of my pussy. She ain't birthed you. That bitch been out. Who? Black what? So I'm telling y'all mentally unstable people in my family. I'm the mentally unstable, if you want to be real honest. Because I snap. I got one of my cousins, I took, and my son to him, my oldest son. And he came out the back, and he was jumping up and down. He said, cuz, I'm ready to go to jail. And I knew my son was looking at him because my cousin is real ghetto. And we first cousins. I looked at my son. I said, I think just like he thinks. I'm just a dress up version of who he is. Never look at any of my ghetto ass family and think I won't get like that, because I will. I love to dress. I love to represent. But I'll fuck you up. I'm not gonna tell you I'm not proud. I done fought police officers as a child. And you look at me and somebody, he don't look like he heard the fly. That's your perception. And the last person whooped my ass was my mama. I don't know how much that is mean to you. And I was 17 then. I'm 53, 52, about to be 53. I don't wear ass with me. All right. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's the ghost. Not mine. Yeah. Because I have to say, I have a lot of responsibility. Let me break that out. Miranda Jones, that's a great point. I have a lot of responsibility, naturally and spiritually. I'm the head of a lot of things, and a lot of people count on me. So I can't have my mind flustered with craziness or things that don't yield a certain level of importance. And when I tell people that I'm fighting for somebody's life, I want them to respect that. My focus is on some other serious shit. And I will ghost you. Not my heart, but I get out of Dodge. That's what I did. I had to learn to do that with my mama. My mama had me so full of bullshit she be in and talking about. I won't have room enough for y'all and nobody else. My mama a trip. Not a vacation. She was a trip. She's something else. And she want me and my sister to know everything. And when I say everything, everything, she ruled by Mercury. Her mutable sign is Earth, but she ruled by the mind. And she want to be in my business too much. And I'm a Sagittarius, and my sister a Gemini. And we have to have freedom. My mama want to be in my financial business. She want to be in my sex life. She want to be in my who around me, and I can't take that. I love her. God knows I love her, but she too nosy. Only person I think in her category is nosy is Mother Susan and Mario. Them three most nosy people I know. My mama, Mother Susan, and Brother Mario. And me and Brother Mario is getting into all the time. I say, you are not my fucking daddy. He a Capricorn. Who is that? Who is that? Oh, you gonna get mad. Oh my God. Mother Susan, Mario, and my mama. My sister give me, she's Gemini, so she give me some breathing room. She still want to know, but she don't heart me. Mother Susan, Brother Mario, and my mama, oh my God. My mama want to know my bank account. Oh, why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing it? Oh. And if she find out I spent some money on somebody, oh, she hit the roof. So I just told my sister today, because I told her, y'all actually knew what was happening to me before my sister did. And the only reason I didn't want to tell my sister because I wasn't home. I waited till I got home to tell my sister because my sister can't guarantee me she ain't going to tell my mama. And if my mama find out, then my mama and my family going to be at my house. And I don't want that. So I told her, she said, if you start feeling bad, let me know. But if you need your sister, I'll come up there. I live in the boonies. I said, no, I'm fine. And I got my suit and stuff like that. So I'm telling y'all, I know how my mama, oh my God. And I tell myself, I said, oh, you put me in my mind, put me in the mind of my mother. I said, what you doing? Where you at? Mother Susan, stop asking me that. I can't, my mama do that to me. Where you at? Mama, you don't want to know where, you don't know where I am, and you don't know what, you want to know what I'm doing. Because I'm your child. So ain't no telling what I'm doing. Stop asking me that. I'm safe and I'm secure. That's all you need to know. And the only reason I was telling her where I was located, because she used to, she told me this, because my mother is a master of guilt tripping. And I did see some reasoning in what she was saying, but she would say things like me. She said, you can be, because one time she called me and I was in Pennsylvania. And she said, what? She said, my name Pee Wee. She said, Pee Wee, I can be looking at the news and not even know my own child is right there in the midst of it. And that made me feel somewhat guilty. So I do let her know where I'm at, not what I'm doing. I let her know the geographical. My sister actually knows my address, where I be, whether it's a hotel, whether it's a house. She got all the information. But my mom, cause my mom will get in her car. She drives slow as a snail, but she'll poke that car and have everything. I have every can of soup, aren't you, and everything at my house, and I couldn't get her to leave. And just because I'm under the weather don't mean that I don't want to have sex. I'm not that sick. And my mama, she gonna look at me up and down. And until she feel like I'm okay, she ain't gonna leave. And then I'm gonna feel guilty once again for putting my mama out of my house. Because she gotta go. But she like that. And she ain't just got like that. She always been like, and she got older. My mama was 69 years old. She even worse than now than she was when she was younger. Because she ain't got nothing but time on her hand to work. She Virgo's a worry wart. So she always looking for something. Mother Susan like that too. Always looking for something to worry about. I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Why is you worried about that? That's somebody, I mean, in a crime. I'm like, what's wrong with you? That's somebody's mom, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's family. I mean, she hard down crying, eyes red as fire. Y'all don't know. I love my mama, but mama has a joy. I mean, I'm not gonna cry about somebody I don't know or a situation related to me. My mama will. People be having funerals, she be in there crying. But she ain't gonna go. What you crying for? You don't even know them people. Oh yes, I do. You don't tell me who I know. I that's such a and they related to the and I know this hurting because I ain't got my mama. Oh, don't let it be a mother that done passed away. Oh yeah, mama, you don't even like that lady, but she's still a mother, and you gonna cry about it. Okay, but that's how she is. So I just I can't deal with all that. All that emotion and stuff like I'm a sad shit. I can't deal with that. All right, I'm sorry. I went on a rant, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the donations and all the support that you guys been giving me through this whole process. And I just feel like I need to keep it 1,000. If I was doing bad, I said to say that my mama wouldn't like it, but I'm not. I'm not. I don't feel bad, but I don't feel good. I don't know if this is a part of flu, COVID, or whatever, but my whole body don't ache, just my calves. Some part of my thighs hurt, but not my full thighs. Um, I'm taking my black seed oil. I took. Oh, that's what I want to show y'all. This is so good to have on cue. This is black. I mean, this is this is white willow bark. This is a natural pain reliever. This is also a natural aspirin. This is natural to your body. If you having headaches, I had a headache for the first time in my life yesterday. It didn't last long, but I've never had a headache. My mama had migraines and all because she be sitting there plotting, and scheming. But anyway, but she had migraines all the time. I ain't never had them. I ain't never had a headache until yesterday. So I can't even say I ain't never had a headache because I yesterday I had a headache and I took this white willow bark, and it also helps. This is 2,000 milligrams, so y'all know I believe in dosage. So if you have any type of pain or you having any things going on with your mind, and it just this is good. Cat's claw is good for sinuses, as well as this is good for sinus. So if you have head cold or you're always having issue with your sinuses. I'm not a medical doctor, so I live my whole life. I don't fucking trust doctors, especially doctors over here. All my doctors are Eastern style because they believe in healing and being made whole. So I always say that. So when people listen to me, I don't believe in doctors. I think they kill people. I don't think. I know they be killing people. I don't trust their goddamn nurses because half of them don't suck some dick, and that's why they got the position they done been in, and she don't know shit. Everybody got a tag on they don't know shit. They done fucked their way up through the ranks. They done said done had orgies, and all of a sudden now she the head nurse. Oh, she the head nurse. She got head game all right. There's a reason why she the head nurse. She ain't cause her skill, her talent, or her skill or knowledge about the human anatomy. It's about that one part of that organism that she is super bad in, and that's why she the head nurse, cause she give head. Okay, I done said enough. Love y'all. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'm gonna see how I feel. I've been able to digest. I have not lost my appetite. Period. None of that. My sense of smell. I'm still horny. I just know my body is aching, and I don't. I can't walk for long periods of time. And if I pick up something, I can hold it for a long time, period of time. But I've never lost my physical strength. So if that means anything to you, and to all y'all think y'all can do something with me, you gonna work on me. Instead of you selling me or PayPaling me and saving you some money and time and energy, you can't fuck with me. You will never be the cause of my downfall. And if I fall today or tomorrow, if I cease to exist in this physical world, bitch, I want you to know this. If I fall, I will fall on a mountaintop. I will never hit the ground, bitch. Me and you are two different people. I'm extraterrestrial. You understand that? The levels of desire you have to see me hit the ground, bitch, I floats. That ain't gonna never happen. And I got too many people with money and spiritual gifts in my own bloodline is gonna make sure I'm okay. And I'm not even including my kid, and all three of my sons are gifted. I'm just telling you about my mama. I'm just telling you about my daddy. Wait till I give him some of this check. My daddy is just like me. He got a clean record. That don't mean he got clean hands. Take that for what it's worth.